Aris God here, and it's time to talk about Mashle. And honestly, this episode was just a lot of fun. I loved the interaction, mainly between Mash and Abel. Of course, we had a fight, which was great, but I like the one-line answers Mash was giving to all of the speeches and grandstanding that Abel was doing there during the fight. That was great. And towards the end, it seems like we're getting more into the overall plot of Mashle, besides everything that's happening in the school. But this also has me a bit worried about the series. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, at the beginning, we have Mash and Abel finally face to face after everything that happened, and Abel was kind of shocked or surprised a bit that Mash got that far, and he even defeated Abyss, the Evil Eye, and everything else. And this is where we have the speeches with his superiority, grandstanding speech with strength makes right, which thankfully we find out this episode why he has this mindset, which kind of gives me a bit of hope for him as a character. Maybe we're gonna see him more into the future. We're gonna get to that side, but they're kind of complete opposites here with how they view the world. Now, Abel thinks strength makes right. Only the ones that are strong should be able to survive, and the weak ones, or especially the ones without magic, should be disposed of. And this is opposite to what Mash wants to do, and how he has been brought up, his life, everything, even the flashback with baby Mash, which was super cute. He felt like a sand baby more than an actual baby. And we have Regro there doing his best to take care of him, and Mash is kind of like a gymnast baby ever since he was a kid. Like, imagine your kid doing what Mash was doing as a baby. And we even see the moment when he found his first cream puff. So Regro is at fault here. Don't do drugs, do cream puffs. That's the answer over here. Now, we have their different worldviews clashing quite a lot, and Abel was the one it felt like he was giving a TED talk there, which I liked it because it worked perfectly. The dynamic between him and Mash, just cutting all of his arguments with just one-liners there. But we also had Love Cute, which I'm glad she's still in the episode. I love her reactions so much, the faces, everything she says. She kind of walks into the room there, and she becomes a witness to the fight, let's put it that way. And her reactions were just priceless. Now, speaking about the fight, since those dolls are a bit more complicated, they even have some acid apparently to them, but Mash, in typical fashion, just takes care of them in that comedic way, which I love so much. Starts playing bowling with one of the heads and breaking all of the other ones very easy there without any issues. It's like a fight, but a really fun fight, the way he handles everything every time he has an opponent there. And in the background we have Love Cute kind of being the commentary about everything, and I loved how she was reacting seeing that. But we see that Abel's power could be very dangerous. We even see him while he was stealing magic from all of the other hostages that he has. Mash was looking for Lemon, but kind of see Mash started hitting himself. And on here, of course, Abel is the one here with those threads, and it's confirmed he's able to manipulate people a lot more than just everything we have seen from him so far. Doll threads, marionette, even has Mash punching himself. Kind of reminded me a bit of Seven Deadly Sins, and that moment when Escanor got countered by Estarossa, and like, yeah, this makes sense. The only attack that could wound me would be my own attack. That's what I was thinking during that scene, and even Mash strangling himself. But Abel, out of pride, stops doing that, saying it's gonna be too easy, and I'm like, yeah, you're probably gonna regret that. Now, even more after the fight here, he uses Finn. We also see that Finn got turned into a doll, which I'm curious how he got there, but hey, Finn is here he's turned into a doll, and Mash is kind of backed into a corner. He can't really attack Finn, and even Abel saying, if you attack him, I'm gonna kill him. So, but hey, you can attack him, but you're gonna kill your friend. Which, yeah, Mash wasn't gonna do that either way, but what I really liked, you have Dolphin, controlled by Abel, mashing all of the attacks with those Ash in through Mash. There wasn't any reaction, just a bit of pushback. Even the weapon breaks first before Mash took any actual damage, but I'm like, how is he not taking damage from those axes, but he took damage from the swords that Abyss was using there? But that was still a fun moment there. Mash letting himself get hit, and this was my perfect one-liner from the entire episode, and I feel like a lot of people need to hear this sometimes. You have everybody, be it on Twitter, anime threads, Reddit, Discord, social media, everywhere, in person, whatever. Somebody goes on into this long speech, reading into things way too much, giving you a thesis on something, and Mash is just like, you think you're a pretty deep person, right? I just lost it, and I started bursting out in laughter. Thank you for that one, Mash. I'm gonna steal that one. Gonna use it more often. But back to the fight, you have the coin toss being used like index. Misaka is gonna have some competition with how Mash threw that coin and broke the threads, and the coin came back like a boomerang. Of course, why not? And the one-liner, hey, the coin likes me more, which is very true. But yeah, this is where Abel was slowly starting to understand. He bit more than he could chew. Mash slowly pushing through with sheer strength to those threads, and you see, the more threads Mash was breaking, the more fingers Abel was also getting broken there, and he gets a knee to the face, like a reality check, a big one, which forces him to actually take the fight a bit more serious. Now, this is where you see the true meaning of flight or fight in Mash, like the actual meaning. He wasn't afraid about his life, afraid of fighting. You have Abel going in for the coin, while Mash was made as transformed into a doll, but Abel instead gets something even more dangerous, a cream puff. And out of sheer reflex, out of nowhere, gets a chin punch from Mash while still being a doll, and he was dumbfounded, like, wait, what? How did this happen? My magic blocks electric signals through to the brain. The only thing that could make sense is a spinal reflex, a response to threats, which bypasses the brain, where in extreme dangers the body can do this. Because his transformation, he doesn't actually transform the people into dolls, kind of makes it look like they're transformed into dolls. Only the exterior is transformed into dolls, the inside is still a human. So that's why this works, and this is where he gets serious with that ultimate spell, getting that big baby face creepy ass doll with his second magic over here, Harm Puppet, which kind of has an AoE aura or the threads, turning anything in 100-meter radius into puppets. And this reminded me of Bleach, Mayuri, and his own Bankai transformation that we saw in the beginning of Bleach there. And I was creeped out back then, and I'm creeped out now. I hate babyface dolls so much. Now, Love Cute's reaction was like, hey, even me, I'm gonna turn into a doll. No, Love Cute, you're gonna be okay. Because Mash just proceeds to break that doll. He tears the strings, everything about it. Instantly. Now, thankfully, we get to see how exactly he did that. Thanks to Love Cute. I feel like she's awesome. I kind of want her to be the background, the peanut gallery to more fights. Hopefully she stays around more, because we see that Mash reacted so fast. He waited for the strings to barely touch him a bit just to catch them and break them instantly, because that was the one moment he could do it. He could unsee them but that's how he did it. And this is where we see the tables have turned, and Abel started sweating. Now Mash is like, "You're sweating, Mr. Rabbit," and proceeds to completely punch and break that doll. Nothing was left of it, and gives Abel a interesting suplex from up high. Hellfall head into the ground directly, and that was pretty much the fight. But what I liked from Abel is, like, every time he thought he was the hunter, the one that was hunting the rabbit, referring to Mash, but him realizing, I never considered that yours truly, referring to himself, is the rabbit. And that's very true. When you think you have the high ground, the advantage during a fight, that can also mean you're at your weakest, especially facing somebody you have no idea who you're facing. And Abel found out the hard way. But he didn't get destroyed, so to say, as in very wounded or killed. I don't think we're yet at that level for Mash to have those fights, which maybe we're gonna get there. We haven't seen Mash like legit angry. Maybe some small moments of anger, but I'm curious how Mash is going to react when he's very, very angry, like willing to kill somebody or beat them up very hard there. But after the fight there, a bit of an aftermath, we see some of his motivation with flashback, finding out how exactly he turned the way he is. With his mother, apparently she was a very kind person, born into nobility, but she treated everybody as equals, cared about them, especially considering how the world views those without magic, those less fortunate. She was kind of an exception to how all of the other upper class nobility persons have been shown to be in the Mash universe here. We've seen so many shitty parents. It's bad. The world is pretty bad here. But her, she seemed to be a very good person. Now, when you're good, and especially a mother in anime, we see what happened to her. While she was giving some food to some of the less fortunate ones. Of course, you have idiots, morons, no matter the status. Even Mash said it here, we're gonna get to that. They do stupid things, evil things, and one of them stabbed her, killing her, saying, "This is your comeuppance for being more lucky in life." Like, yeah, that's just dumb shit, which happens even in real life, and even more, especially in a world like that. And this is what drove him to have this radical view of the world. But I really liked Mash's answer, saying bad guys are bad no matter the status, and that's very true. You can be poor, rich, whatever, anything in between. Your morality, your morals, your ethics don't matter about your status, as in they don't define how your morals are. Of course, they have some influences on it, but doesn't mean every poor person is shit or every rich person is shit also, or vice versa. Every poor or every rich person, they're good. Everybody is different regardless of their status, and I really liked that coming from Mash, which I hope is gonna help push Abel a bit into the right direction, because after that he accepts his defeat and even lets go of all of the others that he had there for magic. Even Lemon is returned there, and Mash telling him, "Hey, you're not a terrible person." And now Lemon is back in Mash's arms, Finn is back. And Abel kind of lost physically and philosophically against Mash, both on his worldview and his magic power. This is why I like Mash. He kind of defeats his opponents more than just through sheer strength. Now, this is where we have the comedy celebration, all of them doing stupid dances, but stupid in a fun, good way. Lemon being really cute and thanking him and punching him when he said he's glad she's okay. And I got reminded of Preacher, the TV show with Arseface or Assface, however you wanna call him, when Dot returned and he had literally the ass face there, but they were missing somebody. Where is Lance? And that's a very good question. This is where things got a bit more serious. We have Rain finding Lance, which is very easily proven not to be the case, but I liked how Rain goes about things. Guilty until proven innocent. He attacks Lance without knowing that's not in fact Lance, and that's how he was able to see through the disguise, because that is not actually Lance. He's one of the evil guys he was looking for. And this is where something interesting happens. Apparently Innocent Zero is an organization, not an actual person, so I'm curious who's going to be the leader, what exactly is their goal over here, because they're in the school looking for something, and they even had Abel looking for that something. We don't find out what it is, but now they want to kill Abel because he failed at his task there and proven to be useless according to them, at least. This is where we have Rain kind of having some problems, because he wanted to chase after that guy, which I kind of like. That guy seems a bit eccentric, the blonde guy there. I like his personality. But I'm curious how Mash is gonna fare against him, because Rain couldn't go after him. He gets stopped by somebody else with knife magic in a way. Reminded me a bit of Toriko, which I miss Toriko there a lot. Hopefully Toriko comes back one day. But this guy with knife magic seems to be a bit of Hannibal Lecter reference, because saying he's the killer and cannibal Jean-Pierre. And he seems to be pretty powerful. Now I'm curious how Mash is going to fare against the other guy, because even Rain said that guy's magic is up to divine visionary levels, which yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And we have one more episode in the series. We're getting very, very close to the end next week, which I hope we're gonna get a season 2 announcement and everything like that. We're gonna talk more in the final episode, but I'm really curious what you guys thought about this episode. I actually liked it quite a lot. I love Mash fighting, just how he does it with sheer strength. The comedy still lands with me. And I'm having fun with the series. I'm just gonna be a bit sad when it's ended. And what do you guys think about the episode, the characters right now, and the ending? Things are getting more and more interesting. So yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot. And you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Mashle, and make sure to check out the podcast, Because Anime. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.